Nebraska's history is deeply connected to the American frontier, shaped by Native American cultures, European exploration, westward expansion, and agricultural development. Here's a detailed look at the state's history. Pre-colonial and early Native American history. Before European settlers arrived, Nebraska was home to numerous Native American tribes, each with their own cultures and traditions. The region's plains were inhabited by the Pawnee, Oto, Missouri, Lakota Sioux, and Cheyenne, among others. The Pawnee, in particular, had a highly organized society and are known for their earth lodge villages and complex religious ceremonies. The Lakota Sioux were part of the Great Sioux Nation and had a more nomadic lifestyle, following the bison herds across the plains. European exploration and early settlers. In the early 17th century, European explorers began to make their way into the region. In 1682, French explorer Robert La Salle claimed the area for France, naming it part of the Louisiana Territory. Nebraska remained largely untouched by European settlers until the early 19th century, when the U.S. government began to take more interest in the region as part of its expansionist vision. The Louisiana Purchase in 1803, which doubled the size of the United States, included the land that would become Nebraska. In the early 1800s, explorers like Meriwether Lewis and William Clark traversed the Missouri River and mapped the area, marking the beginning of further exploration into the region. Westward expansion and the Oregon Trail. The early to mid-19th century saw Nebraska become a significant part of the westward expansion of the United States. The Oregon Trail, which started in Missouri and ended in Oregon, passed through the eastern part of Nebraska, making it a key route for emigrants heading west. Between 1841 and 1860, over 350,000 settlers traveled the Oregon, California, and Mormon trails, passing through Nebraska's plains and interacting with Native American tribes. This increased settlement in the state, which would eventually lead to its establishment as a territory and, later, a state. Creation of Nebraska Territory and statehood. In 1854, the Kansas-Nebraska Act was passed by Congress, which created the Nebraska Territory and allowed the settlers to decide whether they would permit slavery in the region. This led to violent conflicts with pro-slavery and anti-slavery settlers in Kansas, which became known as Bleeding Kansas. The passage of this act also spurred settlement in Nebraska, as people from across the United States moved west to stake their claims. After the Civil War and the end of slavery, Nebraska became the 37th state of the United States on March 1, 1867. Its inclusion as a free state meant that slavery was not permitted in the territory, and the state was officially incorporated into the Union during a time of Reconstruction and reintegration after the Civil War. Agricultural development and the Homestead Act. One of the most significant aspects of Nebraska's development in the 19th century was the passage of the Homestead Act of 1862, which granted free land to anyone willing to move to the western United States and cultivate it. The act played a major role in encouraging settlers to move to Nebraska. The state became a hub of agricultural activity, as wheat, corn, and cattle farming grew to dominate its economy. The Homestead Act had a lasting impact on the state, with many immigrants and farmers settling in the area to build farms and communities. Nebraska's land proved fertile for growing crops, and the state quickly became one of the nation's leading agricultural producers. The Great Depression and Dust Bowl. In the early 20th century, Nebraska experienced the challenges faced by many farming states during the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl. The Great Depression hit Nebraska particularly hard, as the state's agricultural economy was deeply affected by falling crop prices and droughts. In the 1930s, the state was struck by the Dust Bowl, a period of severe dust storms caused by drought and poor farming techniques. Nebraska's farmers struggled to grow crops in the parched soil, and many were forced to leave their homes in search of work and better living conditions. Despite these hardships, Nebraskans showed remarkable resilience. During and after the Depression, farmers adapted their techniques and worked to restore the land. The government's New Deal programs also provided aid to Nebraska during this time. Post-war and modern era. Following World War II, Nebraska's agricultural economy remained the backbone of the state, but industrialization and the development of modern technology also began to shape its future. The state's industries diversified, with the construction of new infrastructure, manufacturing facilities, and service industries. In recent decades, Nebraska has maintained its status as an agricultural powerhouse, with corn and cattle remaining central to its economy. The state has also seen growth in sectors like education, healthcare, and technology. Omaha, Nebraska's largest city, has become a regional financial hub and a leader in the insurance and telecommunications industries. Legacy of Nebraska's history today. Nebraska remains a state with a deep connection to its history and cultural roots. The state's agricultural past is still evident in its economy, and its role as a vital part of the American West continues to influence its identity. Landmarks like Chimney Rock, Scotts Bluff, and the Oregon Trail Memorial preserve the memory of the state's frontier days, while the cities of Lincoln and Omaha showcase Nebraska's modern-day contributions to business, education, and innovation. In essence, Nebraska's history is a story of pioneering spirit, resilience, and growth. From its early Native American inhabitants and European explorers to the Homestead Act settlers and the challenges faced during the Dust Bowl, the people of Nebraska have shown remarkable determination to build a thriving state that continues to celebrate its heritage while embracing modernity. Nebraska may not be the first state that comes to mind when it comes to hidden secrets, but it is full of unique and interesting facts that add depth to its history and culture. Here are some lesser-known gems and secrets about Nebraska. The Omaha Neon Sign Museum. The Omaha Neon Sign Museum is home to some of the most iconic and historic neon signs in the country. This outdoor museum features restored neon signs that date back to the 1920s and 1930s, including signs from businesses and motels that once lined Omaha's streets. Many of these signs are rare relics that offer a glimpse into the past, highlighting the growth and culture of Omaha during the mid-20th century. The largest indoor desert. Nebraska is home to the Desert Dome, which is the largest indoor desert in the world. Located at the Henry Doorly Zoo in Omaha, the Desert Dome mimics the desert environments of the world's hottest regions, including the African and South American deserts. Visitors can explore different desert ecosystems and learn about desert plants and animals from around the world. The mysterious Nebraska UFO sightings. While UFO sightings are often associated with states like Nevada and Arizona, Nebraska has its own share of strange aerial occurrences. One of the most well-known UFO sightings in Nebraska took place in 1950 in McCook, where a group of farmers witnessed a series of mysterious lights in the sky. Since then, there have been various reports of strange lights and flying objects throughout the state, sparking interest in Nebraska's place in UFO lore. The Sand Hills and the secret bison herd. The Sand Hills of Nebraska are one of the largest sand dune regions in the world. While many people associate Nebraska with its flat plains, the Sand Hills are a hidden treasure, providing a unique landscape with rolling sand dunes, grasslands, and wildlife. The Sand Hills are also home to a small, privately protected herd of bison, which roam the vast area, adding to the mystique of the region. The Witch of Endor. Legend has it that Endor, a small village near Lincoln, was once home to a so-called Witch of Endor. In the 1800s, a woman named Sarah Haim was accused of witchcraft after she became famous for her seemingly supernatural ability to predict the weather. Locals claimed that Sarah had mysterious powers, and her predictions about upcoming storms or harvests were uncanny. The legend has become a part of Nebraska's local folklore, adding an eerie twist to the state's history. Nebraska's secret wine country. While most people think of California or France when it comes to wine production, Nebraska has its own growing wine industry. The state has more than 30 wineries, particularly concentrated in the Nebraska Platte River Valley. The region's unique climate, with hot summers and cool nights, is ideal for growing high-quality wine grapes, making Nebraska a hidden gem for wine enthusiasts. Carhenge. Nebraska's Stonehenge replica. Located in the town of Alliance, Carhenge is a quirky and mysterious roadside attraction made entirely of old cars. Modeled after Stonehenge in England, Carhenge features vintage automobiles arranged in a similar formation to the prehistoric stone circle. Built in 1987 by a local artist, Carhenge is one of Nebraska's most unusual and lesser-known tourist destinations, drawing visitors from across the country to marvel at its strange beauty. The Niobrara Valley and its geological significance. The Niobrara Valley in Nebraska is a hidden geological treasure, home to a rich array of fossils from the Cretaceous period. The valley is a designated National Scenic River and is known for its stunning beauty and biodiversity. It also has one of the richest fossil deposits in the U.S., with numerous species of ancient sea creatures, sharks, and prehistoric plants. The region was once submerged under a vast inland sea, making it a fascinating area for paleontologists and history buffs. The legend of the Lost Dutchman Mine. While the Lost Dutchman Mine is typically associated with Arizona, Nebraska also has its own version of this famous legend. According to local folklore, a hidden gold mine is buried somewhere in the Nebraska Panhandle. Many believe the mine was originally discovered by a Dutchman in the mid-1800s, but the location has been lost to history. Adventurers and treasure hunters still scour the region, hoping to uncover the gold and solve the mystery. Nebraska's haunted history. Nebraska is home to numerous haunted locations, including the Lyde Lodge in Nebraska City, which is said to be haunted by the ghost of a former resident. The old courthouse in Omaha is another well-known haunted site, where visitors claim to have experienced paranormal activity. Many old mansions, hotels, and asylums across Nebraska are known to harbor ghosts and eerie spirits, adding to the state's spooky reputation. The mystery of the Bridge to Nowhere. Nebraska's Norden Bridge, also known as the Bridge to Nowhere, is located near Norden, in the Sandhills region. The bridge is famous for its isolated location, and while it was originally built to connect two counties, it now stands over a dry creek bed, rendering it somewhat of a mysterious and abandoned structure. It's a popular place for photographers and those interested in exploring forgotten, eerie landmarks. The Cornhusker State's reputation. Nebraska is often called the Cornhusker State because of its deep ties to corn production, but what many people don't know is that the name is based on a unique method of harvesting corn. Early settlers used a tool known as a cornhusker, which would remove the husks from the corn. While the name may seem simple, it has become symbolic of Nebraska's agricultural heritage and pride. These secrets and facts about Nebraska show just how much the state has to offer in terms of history, culture, and mystery. From UFO sightings and quirky landmarks to hidden treasures and paranormal experiences, Nebraska holds a world of fascinating stories waiting to be discovered. Where to stay in Nebraska? The Cornhusker Marriott Hotel, Lincoln. Located in the heart of Lincoln, this hotel offers luxurious accommodations with easy access to local attractions such as the Nebraska State Capitol, the University of Nebraska, and the vibrant downtown area. It's perfect for those looking for upscale amenities in the state's capital. The Prairie Creek Inn, Lincoln. For a more unique experience, consider staying at the Prairie Creek Inn, a cozy boutique bed and breakfast in a rural setting just outside Lincoln. It offers charming rooms with a personal touch, perfect for those who want a peaceful retreat. The Lyde Lodge and Conference Center, Nebraska City. Nestled in Arbor Day Farm near Nebraska City, this lodge offers an idyllic escape surrounded by nature. It features comfortable rooms, an indoor pool, and easy access to hiking trails and beautiful gardens. The historic location makes it perfect for nature lovers and those wanting to explore the great outdoors. The Old Mattress Factory Bar and Grill, Omaha. For those who want to be right in the action, this boutique hotel in Omaha offers modern accommodations with the charm of an old factory. Located close to the city's best bars, restaurants, and historic sites, it's a prime spot for experiencing Omaha's vibrant culture. Chadron State Park Lodge, Chadron. Located within one of Nebraska's most beautiful state parks, this lodge offers an ideal getaway for nature lovers. You'll be surrounded by scenic landscapes, wildlife, and miles of hiking trails. It's the perfect place to unwind and explore the natural beauty of the Pine Ridge region. Things to do in Nebraska. Visit the Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium, Omaha. One of the best zoos in the country, the Henry Dorley Zoo is a must-visit for animal lovers and families. It's home to a wide variety of exhibits, including the world's largest indoor desert, an indoor rainforest, and a giant aviary. It's a fun and educational experience for all ages. Explore Carhenge Alliance, a quirky and unique roadside attraction. Carhenge in Alliance is a replica of Stonehenge made entirely out of vintage cars. This strange landmark is a perfect place for photos and a great conversation starter. Hike in the Sandhills, Central Nebraska. The Sandhills region offers miles of hiking trails, picturesque views, and opportunities to spot wildlife. It's the perfect destination for nature lovers and adventurers looking to escape into one of the country's largest grassland regions. Discover the Omaha Neon Sign Museum. Omaha, an outdoor museum dedicated to restoring and displaying neon signs from the 1920s and 1930s. The Omaha Neon Sign Museum provides a glimpse into the past while showcasing the city's rich history and culture. Tour the Nebraska State Capitol. Lincoln. A visit to the Nebraska State Capitol offers the chance to see one of the most architecturally unique capitals in the U.S. The building features a stunning dome and beautiful murals, and you can also take a guided tour to learn about Nebraska's history and government. Visit the Nebraska National Forest. Halsey. The Nebraska National Forest near Halsey is one of the largest man-made forests in the country. It offers fantastic opportunities for hiking, wildlife viewing, and camping in a serene environment, and it's an ideal spot to experience Nebraska's natural beauty. Explore the Niobrara National Scenic River. Northern Nebraska. The Niobrara River is a popular destination for kayaking, canoeing, and tubing. The scenic river winds through beautiful landscapes and is home to diverse wildlife, including bison and elk. It's a peaceful and picturesque area perfect for outdoor enthusiasts. Go on a ghost tour. Nebraska City or Omaha. For those looking for a spooky adventure, Nebraska has several haunted spots. Take a ghost tour in places like Nebraska City or Omaha to learn about the state's haunted history. Locations like the Old Courthouse in Omaha and the Lyde Lodge are known for paranormal activity and make for eerie experiences. Explore the Ashfall Fossil Beds State Historical Park, Royal. For history buffs, the Ashfall Fossil Beds near Royal is a fascinating site. It's an active paleontological dig where fossils of ancient animals, such as rhinos and camels, were preserved under volcanic ash. Visitors can see fossils being unearthed and even visit the site's indoor interpretive center. Visit the Strategic Air Command and Aerospace Museum. Ashland history enthusiasts and those fascinated by aviation should not miss the Strategic Air Command and Aerospace Museum in Ashland. The museum is home to a vast collection of aircraft and missiles and offers interactive exhibits related to the Cold War, space exploration, and military history. Nebraska is a state full of natural wonders, quirky attractions, and historical sites. Whether you're an adventure seeker, history lover, or someone looking for a unique experience, there's something for everyone to enjoy in this hidden gem of the Midwest. Where to eat in Nebraska. The Gray Plume. Omaha. A farm-to-table restaurant known for its upscale American cuisine, the Gray Plume focuses on locally sourced ingredients. Enjoy dishes like roasted duck, handmade pastas, and seasonal vegetables in a chic, modern setting. Runza. Statewide a Nebraska institution, Runza is famous for its namesake sandwich, a bread pocket filled with seasoned ground beef, cabbage, and onions. It's a must-try for anyone visiting the state and craving something uniquely Nebraska. Steakhouse at the Meat Shop. Lincoln. For a true Nebraska steak experience, visit the Meat Shop in Lincoln. This intimate steakhouse serves some of the best cuts of beef in the state, prepared to perfection. Pair your meal with a glass of wine from their curated list for a fine dining experience. King Kong. Omaha. Known for its large portions and unique dishes, King Kong in Omaha is a great spot for both locals and visitors. The menu features an array of fusion-style dishes, from sushi to innovative takes on American classics. The Boiler Room. Omaha. A cozy and rustic restaurant, the Boiler Room serves craft cocktails and a farm-to-table menu with fresh, seasonal ingredients. Located in a converted building with a vintage industrial feel, it offers a perfect atmosphere for a relaxed yet sophisticated meal. Dante Pizzeria. Lincoln. If you're craving pizza, Dante Pizzeria in Lincoln offers wood-fired pies with unique toppings and high-quality ingredients. It's a casual spot to enjoy a delicious meal in a friendly environment. Le Cordier Bakery. Omaha. If you're in the mood for breakfast or brunch, head to Le Cordier Bakery in Omaha. This charming French bakery serves up freshly baked pastries, sandwiches, and coffee, offering a little taste of Paris in the heart of the Midwest. The Chop House. Omaha. Known for its upscale ambiance and exceptional service, the Chop House offers prime cuts of beef, fresh seafood, and gourmet sides. It's a great place for a special night out or a celebration. Lil Burro. Lincoln. For something casual and flavorful, head to Lil Burro in Lincoln. This Mexican restaurant is popular for its tacos, burritos, and margaritas, a great spot for a relaxed meal with friends or family. The Cellar. Kearney. Located in a historic building, the Cellar offers upscale American cuisine with a menu that changes seasonally. The restaurant's intimate ambiance makes it perfect for a romantic dinner or a special occasion. Nebraska is a state filled with natural beauty, quirky attractions, and a rich history. From outdoor adventures like hiking and kayaking to visiting one-of-a-kind spots like Carhenge and the Strategic Air Command Museum, there's no shortage of exciting things to do. The food scene is also a standout, with everything from classic Nebraska runzas to fine dining experiences at top restaurants. Whether you're here for the history, the culture, or the food, Nebraska is a state with something for everyone to enjoy.